opening contest is a mixed tornado tag team match. Sickle and Paul. Introducing first the team of Marina Shafir and the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley.
The man who this weekend, Tony Schiavone, will put his AEW World Championship on the line against Swerve Strickland on pay-per-view at Dynasty.
It is going to be a tremendous weekend, as you said, Excalibur, and we've got a lot of physicality, I'm sure, coming up, but we've got a big announcement here.
The physicality began even before we got on the air. We understand that earlier tonight, moments ago, in fact, the Death Riders attacked Switchblade Jay White. Jay White, he's been taken back for treatment, but that means, Taz, we know that it was as severe enough of an attack to rule him out of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. He had big aspirations.
Absolutely, and that's massive news right there, and it's unfortunate for Mr. Jay White. I mean, I'm a big fan of Jay White, as a lot of our fan bases, so that's a shame to hear. But it happened, it was rough.
And that did cause the brackets to be reset, but they still will be revealed later on tonight, both the men's and women's Owen Hart Foundation tournament graphics. And you know, you have to imagine, Tony, that the attack on Jay White was to get at Cope, so he has little to no reinforcements. You know, Cope and Jay White, great friends. Yeah,
no question about that. Excalibur and Claudio Castagnoli tonight have more than enough reason to get into the ring with Cope as well.
And timeless Tony Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, faces Penelope Ford here tonight live on Dynamite, just days ahead of her clash with Megan Bayne coming up this Sunday at Dynasty.
I think there's going to be an explosion here, and I think it's going to be between the two women after what we saw recently. I mean, these two women have to be pulled apart.
And there's one in first from Long Island, New York, Willow Nightingale.
Now, Tony, to your point, it was last week at Dynamite. Willow coming out with the pipe in her hand, the reinforcements, the backup for Swerve Strickland and Marina Shafir. The black belt judoka, she had to be dragged away by Claudio Castagnoli last week.
Joining her, accompanied by Prince Nana from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 230 pounds, Swerve Strickland.
Taz, it was Dynasty last year where Swerve Strickland captured the AEW World Championship for the first time. Now he heads into Philadelphia this weekend, a shot at becoming the two-time champion, but he has to dethrone Jon Moxley in order to do so.
Absolutely, and Strickland, man, he is locked in mentally, physically, everything. I'm telling you what.
Oh, there we go. Well, Moxley and Swerve off to the races at ringside, as are Willow Nightingale, Marina Shafir.
Not often you see a mixed tag, tornado tag. So tornado tag basically means it's more or less
no tags.
No tags. It's kind of anything goes, mayhem, wildness.
Yeah, all four combatants will go at it, and keep an eye on Moxley and Swerve. As you mentioned, the big match they have Sunday at Dynasty. Let's see if someone walks away a little bit less of a man than when they walked in.
Well, Nightingale gaining the early upper hand here on Marina Shafir, but Swerve, nice block. Blocking being sent to the steps, and Moxley still trying, no. And Marina going into the ribs on Willow Nightingale, but Willow reversing Shafir. And we're keeping our head on a swivel here. The action going on both sides around us. The announce does Moxley just winged a chair into Swerve Strickland's face.
His body's everywhere. I should have brought my boots. I got the new knee. Oh! Snap suplex action there by Marina.
Shafir on the floor, and Moxley now looking for some implements of destruction, I'm sure, underneath the ring.
And you know, guys, we're seeing a good close of a Jon Moxley right in front of us, but he still has those marks on his back.
Oh, you could tell you're right, Schiavone, from the nails, that sickening scene that we saw. Wait a minute, right in front of us.
Well,
absolutely.
Wait a second. Now Swerve with the champion on his shoulders. Moxley, though, fighting desperately, hammering down.
Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go.
Swerve Strickland thrown into our announce desk.
Somewhere else, John, for crying.
Moxley and
you might want to get up, bro.
Okay, well,
you're stuck.
I'm stuck. They kind of locked
Moxley, Swerve fighting on our announce desk while Willow Nightingale and Marina Shafir doing battle inside the ring. Now, Willow being brought back up vertical as Jon Moxley leaving his challenger this Sunday. Swerve Strickland on the desk, but now Swerve sent to the steps. No, reverse Moxley to the steps.
Oh,
Lots of impact there, Shivani.
man, you could hear it, Taz. You are right.
And Tony, of course, in our main event tonight, it's Cope versus Claudio. Of course, the Death Riders putting their AEW World Trios Championship on the line against Rated FTR. That is, Rated FTR to get back on the same page.
Yeah, there has been a lot of problems with that, no doubt about it. And look at the champion go to work here.
A leapfrog by Swerve Strickland, shoulder tackle. Moxley brings him down. Salute the audience here in Peoria.
You know, Taz, it was a year ago at Dynasty that Swerve Strickland became the world champ. What do you think he's got to do to dethrone Moxley on Sunday?
You got to play vicious and violent, and that's the game that Strickland plays. Right there, you see Willow controlling with a boot, the neck and head area up Marina. Oh, what a drop kick by Strickland.
Beautiful drop kick executed by the man who could become two-time AEW World Champion in just 4 days as Swerve Strickland.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, backbreaker on that recently tenderized back. And Nightingale. Jon Moxley getting 2 boots to the chest as Moxley still smarting after that. And now Willow sends Swerve into the corner, the uppercut. Willow, the clothesline in the corner. And
this is all legal here because it's a tornado tag. Mixed tornado tag.
And Swerve, the uppercut connects.
Yeah, as our fans normally know, in a mixed tag team match, when the lady tags in, the other lady has to tag in, but they're all going at it here tonight.
Yeah, Tornado Jones.
Absolutely. Violence Jones is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you got Strickland and Mox in the house, you're going to get a lot of violence.
Marina Shafir digging that knee to the back of the neck of Willow Nightingale. Shafir, as we mentioned, 2nd degree black belt in judo. She has competed all around the world on the judo mats and now in the pro wrestling ring as well, Taz.
Well, the transition as a judoka into pro wrestling, I don't want to say it's easy, but there's a lot of similarities into what you do as a judoka, so it makes it a little smoother transition, if I can put it that way. Well, I did put it that way. How about that? I'm going nuts in Peoria.
Yeah, it's a great crowd on hand. I think we can say that. We're going to have a great crowd in Philadelphia at the Leah Kors Center.
Oh, yeah. And right now, you have Marina and Mox. Got some bad intentions. Double team city here on Willow.
All right, and what's...
You can't be in Philadelphia this Sunday for Dynasty on pay-per-view. You can join us. If you are in Philadelphia, awtix.com. But if you can't, you can join us on Prime Video as well as through traditional cable and satellite providers. Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen as Marina Shafir with Willow Nightingale isolated and inflicting punishment.
Now look at Moxley just hover over Willow here.
He's giving, he's quarterbacking. He's giving some directions to Marina.
Look, now there's the back.
That's where,
yeah, the spike.
That.
Unbelievable.
Well, Willow just slapped the taste out of Mox's face. Mox backed off, and Marina just drilled Willow.
And now Moxley, wait a second.
Oh, hold on here, John. Wait a minute, Mox.
Yeah, Mox is not going to back up too much if you slap him in the face, Taz. You know that.
I get it, but still, that isn't...
Moxley, the double underhook, and wait a second. Swerve.
Oh, my God. What a moment.
Well, they're both kind of looking at each other like, hey, you make your move, I'm going to make your move on your lady and my lady, blah, blah, blah.
Mox and Swerve think...
How about Willow? Heads up on that one, Excalibur.
Yeah, collision of heads from the champion and his challenger this Sunday, but Willow Nightingale now building up ahead of Sting.
She's got a nice hip lock in there, threw her hip in there, kind of like a Harry Ghosh for those in judo enthusiasts, and now roll through with a crow. Good job there.
Willow driven hard onto the back of her head.
Version of a Tomonagi.
Wow, you're just throwing out the terms here, man. That's why you're Taz, buddy. Here we go.
Played a little judo in my day.
I bet you did.
Willow Nightingale now. Oh, wait a second. Misses with the boot, and Marina Shafir.
Use of strength, that's tough to do.
Yeah, there was... Oh, God.
Willow through the table, and fans, we are sticking with the action live tonight on Dynamite. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS and streaming on Max. For the last few moments, Taz, it has been all Death Riders. Swerve Strickland Willow Nightingale almost completely neutralized.
Absolutely. They are in control of Death Riders, and it's just doubling up here on Strickland. As you can see, Marina, she's scratching the back right out of the page of Moxley there. That's one of his deals.
And digging the fingers into the flesh of Swerve Strickland, the man who will challenge Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship this Sunday at Dynasty, live on pay-per-view. And now,
not sure what they're thinking. More nails in the back.
more back rakes, and now Willow Nightingale.
Oh my God!
Moments ago was driven through the table on the floor. Now
She can't do this.
oh, she did all three. Willow Nightingale, the babe with the power.
That was amazing, guys. That was absolutely amazing.
Let's take another look. I mean, throughout the break, she was really feeling the effects of going through the table. She recovered, and look at what Willow did here.
Yeah, Taz, as we mentioned, when Willow went through the table, it was like the back of her head took the brunt of the impact. That cracked the pine of the table, but now Willow back in this fight and taking it to Jon Moxley, taking it to Marina Shafir. And Willow the splash. Oh, Swerve Strickland trying to recover on the outside. The high boot connects. And, oh, wait, Moxley.
Oh, no. Moxley's had enough.
Oh,
What a knee strike.
Yes. Come flying in from nowhere.
You're not kidding.
And Willow Nightingale cannonball. Following Moxley to the floor.
Let's not forget Swerve has a ruptured eardrum that he got in Revolution when he won that #1 contender match. Oh, against Ricochet.
Oh, boy. Big spine buster. 2, no.
That was a tough landing for Marina. Oh, boy.
Oh, wait a second, Moxley. Sending Willow out to the floor. But in doing so, he's turned his back to Swerve Strickland. And Swerve! Swerve the right hand, Moxley the right elbow. Now these two men just teeing off on one another center of the ring.
Big smile on Moxley's face about the third blow there, Taz.
Yeah, one step. Swerve's one step ahead. Got that hip lock.
Swerve, no, Moxley.
Kick through block.
Yeah, blocked it. And now
Good God.
brings him down.
Nice.
Into the sleeper.
Really good counter into that rear choke sleeper.
But Willow trying to break it up on Marina Shafir. Holding Willow Nightingale at bay.
He's got the legs in, Mox. I'll tell you what, I think Strickland's going away.
I agree with you, and he's not moving towards the rope. The only recourse he has is for Willow to get there.
Wait a second. Marina Shafir, she's got almost like a triangle, a standing triangle.
I think she does. It's tough to tell from here, but she might have had it.
No!
Oh, my God.
Shafir powerbound onto Moxley.
Right on the side of the rib cage.
Wow. Swerve Strickland bailed out once again by Willow Nightingale. Inventive offense. The former TBS champion, as we see here, Taz, the powerbomb to break up the pin predicament.
Yeah, using Marina as a weapon to break up the choke by Mox. Smart offense by Willow.
But now Marina Shafir, she's got the judo background, the jiu-jitsu background, but also the MMA background. She and Willow going to the floor while Jon Moxley and Swerve Strickland continue to test each other's chins.
Oh, that one hit hard. Meanwhile, it's hitting hard at the bell table.
There they go, blow for blow here. Strickland and Moxley.
Now,
palm strikes, everything.
like with Moxley biting, I believe, biting the face of Swerve Strickland. Moxley accelerates. Swerve, though, counters with the uppercut. Oh, Swerve heard the footsteps. Leads up. Flatlines Moxley.
Good scouting by Strickland. He was a step ahead of Mox.
I think he wants to go with a stomp, but he's a long way, or at least Moxley is, and Moxley now is up on all fours.
Not sure what Strickland's thinking here.
House call.
Marina Shafir pushed Moxley out of the way. She took the bullet for the World Champion.
And she took a big bullet. What a shot inadvertently by Strickland.
And the smile on the face
Mox.
of Strickland.
Moxley.
Oh my God.
To the table by Willow. And now Willow Nightingale.
Strickland telling Willow, go for the kill here. Go for the kill.
There it is.
Willow, the powerbomb, and the win.
The team of Swerve Strickland and Willow Nightingale.
That was an incredible only match, guys. You got to admit it, man.
It's not often you see a mixed tornado tag. I mean, it was wild. It was nuts. It could have went either way, Excalibur. I mean, I'll tell you what, that team was really even Steven throughout.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland, they had to walk through hell to get this win tonight. And Swerve, he's going to have to do it all over again at Dynasty this Sunday if he wants to become AEW World Champion.
Well, we talk a lot, Shivani, about momentum. And Strickland, I feel, has got a lot of momentum going into Philly in Dynasty this Sunday.
You can see it right now.
What did he do?
What the hell is wrong? Wow.
Willow has been wiped out by Moxley. That just goes to show you what the Death Riders will do.
That was absolutely disgusting by Moxley.
Yeah, Mox done a lot of bad stuff. That was up there. I mean,
Taz, he doesn't care. He only took out Jay White. We talked about that.
I know.
They'll take out anybody.
He's a sick man, Mox.
Doc Sampson's going to roll in the ring here.
I hope she's okay, Willow. I mean, that was, wow, what impact. I mean, Mox a big dude, man. Big, strong. He's a world champion. I mean,
And you can see the eyes are open, but Willow. That was a scary scene here from Jon Moxley, the man that's supposed to represent this company. This is.
Doc's got to make sure, first of all, that she's awake, and second of all, that her neck is okay.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale, I'm like Jay White earlier today, as I mentioned. I mean, Willow's definitely